Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
Beta males are just like women. They think with their emotions and they follow the herd. When they follow the herd, they take on the mindset of the herd. This is how beta males are controlled. The same way women are controlled. Through emotions of making everyone feel the same. All right? Media does this. The music you listen to does this. Matter of fact, there are certain frequencies in the music that before they put it out, they make sure it's at this frequency just so you hear it and you feel a certain. Why? Because most people are sheep. So, how does this affect the beta male syndrome? With red pill becoming very popular, it's going to become cool to call women out on their delusion. This is what you see happening in a lot of YouTube videos, and a lot of mainstream radio, is that women are actually being called out on their delusion. But instead of women actually accepting the truth, they're willing to entertain the truth for attention.
You don't have teamwork skills. You don't work well with others. Bitch, you don't know how to communicate. Ho, you don't know how to operate in a household where everything don't just go your way. That is why you do better by yourself. Y'all mamas didn't tell y'all this part. They told y'all the first part, well, you shouldn't be struggling with a man. She didn't tell you that if you don't acquire the skills to work well with others, bitch, you won't be able to do better with others.
Women starting a gender war against black men. We came to the conclusion yesterday that black men have won. What we're looking at is a bunch of howling nigger wolves. That we got them against the ropes. You know, they have lost, and it shows, because if you look at the results of what black women are today, they are losing. Brothers, we've won. They're broke. They're out of shape. They got kids all over the place. You know, they don't have their own hair. You know, they've morphed into men. Their voices have got deeper. They're aggressive. Some of these bitches even starting to grow beards. They're growing beards.
Y'all be thinking y'all be knowing everything and don't be knowing the fuck thing. Typing up these posts with great attitude and you can tell. Don't argue with me, argue with your mammy. No, you should actually go argue with your mammy for telling you that half truth. She didn't bring it all the way full circle. The stuff you just type don't make sense. The shit you running around saying to niggas don't make sense. But why would I stay with you and struggle when I can just be? It works out well when you're by yourself because you don't know how to work with others. You ever seen children that don't know how to share? They don't know how to play with other children because all they feel like is everything belongs to them. So they don't share their toys. They don't know how to play games to take turns. Don't know how to let somebody go and then they go after or they go first and they move out of the way and let the other person go. So your kid be sitting off crying by themselves with no friends, no social relationships. Nobody wants to be around them. They can be as spoiled as they want. You can buy them all the nice clothes. They can be the best dressed in the class and bitch, they'll be miserable. Nobody wants to play with your little fine ass little son. His little cute self don't got no friends. Because the nigga don't share. The little girl don't know how to be friends with other kids. Don't know how to like be in a space where you're not bullying or always trying to make things go your. That is why you hoes do better by yourself than with a partner. And then the other thing is you don't know how to pick them.
Salute, y'all. What's going on, class? Welcome to class, guys. Come on in. Hit that like button. By now, y'all should already hit that like button now. Y'all know, keep in mind, we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, or religions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense. We do not complicate it. We call out bad behavior in both men and women. Salute, class. What's going on today? What's good for your Monday now, guys? All right, happy to see everybody's in a good spirit, in a good mood. It's Monday, guys. Y'all know what we do on Monday, so let me get right into it. Let me open up the panel and let me introduce our great guest that we got for you guys tonight. Yeah. We got our girl, Tima. She is back in the place. Tima, let them know who you be.
Yeah, what's good? I'm Tima. We already know. I'm just here to talk and see what's good with everybody. Where everybody mind at tonight?
We got Ty. What's going on, Ty?
Same shit, different Monday. Let's get it.
Let's get it. And today we got one of my guys. My guy Cam. He came to stop by and he came to chime in. You know what I mean? I know my guy, brother OKL will be here soon, or he'll probably just be in the chat. But in any event, this is our panel tonight. So Cam, let them know a little bit about you and tell them about what you got going on.
Yes. My name is Cam. I represent the unbiased truth, and I'm happy to be here tonight. I'm glad that we got such a strong panel. I know we're going to represent for the culture, yo. So everybody tap in, make sure y'all share and ping your people up. Let's get into it. I'm happy to be here tonight.
No doubt, y'all. So y'all know how we do over here. This is the point of the show where I want everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's in class, I want y'all to go to your lockers. And I want y'all to put all of those beliefs, all of those poisonous beliefs that you done took in as a fact, as a truth. I want you to go take all that dumb shit and put it in your locker. Come back with an open mind to critically think, all right, and not lie and eat crab legs, all right? So let's put all the lie and crab legs in the locker room, all right? Because you know how we do.
I did a cigarette for that one.
You know what I mean? So let's go to it. Y'all guys get to it. I'll throw on the little intermission while y'all go to your locker and put all that dumb shit up and come back and be ready to critically think now, because we got a good one. We got some panels now. We got a good panel this time. Let's get it.
As I grow older, the one thing that becomes clearer to me each and every day is that I don't owe anyone a thing, and neither do you. I've seen a lot of people pollute their potential after sipping from the well of entitlement. This is certainly true of many of the people I've been associated with over the years, even my own son. What they need to understand is that you should never feel like the world owes you anything. It doesn't. You must accept that it's all on you. That might seem like a very cynical way to view the world, but I would argue that it's actually liberating. You can only feel betrayal when you feel like you're owed something from someone. You can only feel resentment when you had expectations for assistance. When you accept that it's all on you, only then can you finally be free to focus 100% on being the best version of yourself.
All right, guys, and that's non-biased right there. I go for men and women. You know how we do over here. You know what I mean, guys? So welcome back. Back. You know what I mean? And we got a good one tonight. Tonight was an important one, because tonight we finna talk about this generational curse. And y'all know how we do over here. Not only do we talk about it, break it down, dissect it, we give solutions. And we try to give a way to fix it. You know what I mean? We try to inform people what the problem is, and this is how you fix it. Now, the rest is on the people. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not nobody leader. I'm just a messenger. You know what I mean? I take all of the darts. I take the bow and arrows. I take the bullets. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna just deliver the truth. You know what I mean? That's what I do. So, guys, let's go in a pattern. I'm tired. Starting with you, we're gonna go in clockwise. The generational curse. What you heard about it? What's going on? Do you believe in it? What's your take on this generational curse?
I absolutely believe in the generational curse, because that's that thing that everybody want to run with the I wasn't raised like that, and if my mother and you should do it the way my grandmother, and
Right.
that single family, broken home, not broken home, even if you don't come from the broken home, that whole idea of believing that your home is better than someone else's because it's not broken, it's a lot of aspects around that generational curse.
Brilliant. Cam, what's going on, Cam? Let me hear your spill.
Yeah, that generational curse is strong, and I think a lot of us are setting ourselves up for failure because we haven't really done enough to what you just said, pack up our personal biases and do the work to better, not only for our immediate family, but for the couple of us. We enter situations and think, well, I make a certain amount of money, and I stand by saying, as a black man, you'll never make enough money in America to be good, not only for your immediate family, but for your generations coming after you. So you're going to need your woman, no matter how good it may be, to work and to do something to help you out. And we come with this internalized misandry from a whole nother culture that has nothing to do with us to think that my woman can just sit around when she's the most educated, the most enrolled in school right now, coming and getting degrees and jobs in places where we can really use this money in the household. Instead, she's thinking she can come into the household and chill. Nah, not on my watch. Not when we come to building generational wealth. If we want to be good for ourselves in a moment, cool. You can just come and relax in the marriage. But if we want to build this generational wealth, we can't internalize something for somebody else's culture. Let them chill. We need to catch up. Let them relax. But we got some catching up to do when it comes financially. And there's ways tonight we're going to help expose that. So I'm glad we're talking about this right here. I feel like that's where the generational curse lies.
It's the most important topic if you really want to get busy. T, what you got on the team?
Mm-hmm.
Well, pretty much they touched on everything, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I feel the same way. Like, it all depends on how you were raised too. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, oh, well, I was raised like this, I was raised like that, like how T said. But you also have people that they feel family as, oh, well, you're supposed to build on your family. Mr. Goodbread, I don't have children. I'm not the one to go out there and go and rush to have a kid. I don't want none. I was never that type to be like, oh, well, I want to build a family because my mom had kids and my aunt had kids and this person, my people's got kids. That's just not what I do. You know what I'm saying? I want to make me better, my family better. You know what I'm saying? First, before I even try to think about building a fucking family. You know what I'm saying? But that's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's able and built to just be like, okay, I'm good with not having no kids. I want to give a man this. Nah. Yeah, me personally, I find it to be a lot easier with a man, for sure. I can also do a dolo. You know what I'm saying? With no issue. But I had both. You know what I'm saying? I had a husband. I had that time. It didn't last. You feel what I'm saying? Now he's my angel. But besides that, I run heavy, you know what I'm saying? But I always got love, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For a woman that's doing it dolo or a couple that's doing it strong, you know what I'm saying? But I also do know that I rode on that couple side, and I know it makes it a lot easier, not only for me as a woman, but my significant other as a man. You know what I'm saying? So that's my spiel.
That's dope, right? Here we go, guys. What is a generational curse or cycle? Because that's really what it is, the generational cycle. A specific pattern that is deposited into the family whereby the family members will be more predisposed to repeat because of heightened exposure to it. You know what I mean, guys? We can look to Exodus 25 through 6, King James Version. Thus, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the inquiries of the father upon the children until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Now, this is an important quote right here because I put this up here for those that do not believe or those that can't understand that it's really real. This generational curse thing is really real. To continue the rest of that and showing mercy until thousands of them and that love me and keep my commandments. So pretty much how I break that down is he's saying he's still gonna love the ones that love him. The ones that love him, he's gonna love. Now I know people have their own beliefs and stuff. That's why I tell people, put your beliefs up before you come to my channel. But this right here clearly shows that it's a curse. It's a generational curse, and it's really real. You know what I mean? What's your spell on that scripture right there? That scripture. I mean, you know. Let's start backwards now. T, let's start with you, T.
Me personally, I don't know. Like I have my views on stuff. I'm different. Damn. Damn. How can I even say that? Me personally, I run on a different level. Like, don't get me wrong. I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. I don't believe like it's just different. Everybody calls him different. Everybody, it's Allah, it's Jehovah, it's God. To me, nobody fucking knows his name. That's just his AKA. That's just me. That's just my thought of frame of thinking. I'm more scientific and technical. If you cannot show it to me, I don't fucking believe you. Don't tell me nothing unless you got you. These are red iPods. You sure they red? Yep, they surely are red. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with that. I believe people got to put their own generational curses on themselves. Or on depending on what you see. You know what I'm saying? What you seen, what you taught, you know, and it's all on your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to really break that. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got to know that, okay, that shit what my mom did was stupid. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me, personally.
Ken, what's your thoughts on that verse right there? That, you know what I mean? Like,
do you mind? Right yeah. Thank you for pulling that back up. Mm-hmm. That verse is very, very powerful, and I'm glad you brought that up. And it is similar to what I was saying about not doing what they do. Never do what they do. Never do what they do. Because for real, looking at that verse, it really reminds me of other people looking at how other people move and trying to internalize it and thinking that it's them. It's on you. It's not in you. We as a people have to move a certain type of way. We can't move like everybody else. When you go believing in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition is not the way. Stevie told us a long time ago. So we have to really go about it a different way if we're going to actually understand what we're going to do as a culture moving forward. We're cursed because we're lacking the knowledge to move forward. And that's why we got to be more solution-based and more problematic than we've been out in public. We are so problematic and we love the controversy because it sells. But what are we doing to actually find the solutions? And that's why I'm glad that we got the good bread here, because Mr. Goodbread and Mrs. Goodbread are constantly providing us that good bread. And I hope that everybody in the comments and people are tuning in understand that. This is opportunities for you to be able to find solutions to your problems that you love to talk about on a daily basis. It's great to throw them all out there, be on Clubhouse with it. You can be on Twitter as well. But come to Mr. Goodbread Show. Come talk to people that are here as well. We about them solutions. And don't come talk to me about it no more. You can talk to me about it 3 or 4 more times. You got to find somebody else to go talk to it about. All right?
And that's what it's about.
We got other options.
man, Ty, what you got, Ty?
I mean, I pretty much agree with both of them because I'm down with Timo in that. Like, I'm a very rational person. If you come into me, bring your statistics, bring your papers, bring your proof. I like math and science because that shit is absolute. You can't question it. The proof is there. Everything else, we sketchy. But that's like that whole higher power thing. I believe that there's something greater than me. Absolutely. But that's going to have to be proven when I get there, whether it's there or not. Because science tells me that we just balls of energy and flesh, and energy cannot be created or destroyed. Therefore, when my body is done, I'm going to just keep going, in another form. And that 4th generation don't follow as far as the scripture goes. That's like I could speak from experience with my own family. My mother used to say to me how my grandmother never told her she loved her. And she's like, how you know your mother love you if she don't tell you? How can you not know your mother love you though? You got a good mother. And then my mother turns around and she's the stupid vocal every time I turn around. You know I love you, right? You know I love you, right? Why you gotta tell me you love me so much? So here I go trying to find a happy balance because I don't want my kids to be questioning that shit ridiculously like me. So when do I say it? When do I not say it? So I'm that mom that just, it's Tuesday, I'm gonna just randomly bust your door open. Yo, you know I love you, right? Clean your room. Something like that. So, you know, we gotta find a way to break the curse by not ODing, but finding a happy balance to where it works for everyone involved.
All right. So Ty, let me put the verse up there. It says, I want to point out something in that verse that makes mad sense to me. Like that is like proof to me. Like, guys, again, this is just my thoughts, my theories. You know what I mean? Visiting the inquiries of the fathers upon the children until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So in my opinion, I think that by him saying that, he's talking about the people that went so far and beyond to defy his order and to do it how he said it to be done. You know what I mean? Loving each other, not hating on each other, not backbiting each other. The way shit is right now, fake being the new real. Everybody lying, eating crab legs. The majority of people that we come across whole lie and eat crab legs. Can we be real? Like, honestly, y'all, the majority of people it is a whole lie and eat crab. And he knew it. He knew that, you know what I mean? And that's why he said what he said. You know what I mean? Let's look up what inquiries mean. The definition of inquiries. Immoral or grossly unfair behavior, a den of inequity, wickedness, sinfulness. Like, so he knew what it was. Like, he knew what it was. Visiting the inequity of the fathers, you know what I mean, upon the children until the third and fourth generation of those.
But that all comes back to the seven deadly sins, though. You know what I'm saying?
Because he said that we shouldn't idolize shit. You know, a lot of people right now is just idolizing materialistic shit. People really idolizing and worshiping these stars, yo. People is really following and worshiping and trying to live exactly like these stars, yo. And that's crazy to me. Social media got them hooked.
So perfect examples of that is the Beehive and the Barbie Squad.
They're worshiping. They're worshiping those people. They will say happy birthday to those celebrities before they say happy birthday to their cousins.
Oh, stop.
Son or daughter. Yes, yo.
That's they're crying over them before they even crying over somebody that passed in their house. What are you talking about? But at the same time, you got it's a lot of the young generation, and it's fucked up to say, but it is. You know what I'm saying? They're built different. They're built a whole lot different. You know what I mean? The way they think is different. And it's a lot to do with everything that came up in the world as after we became adults. You know what I'm saying? Technology had a lot to play with that. You know what I mean? Definitely. These kids don't even know how to write. These 5-year-olds are in school on the tablet half their time.
Dead ass. I hate that. I hate that with a passion.
But then expect them to learn expect them to write a word. How are they supposed to write a word if you got them 85% of the time on the tablet? So the only time your child's gonna learn how to write is unless you, as a parent, take that responsibility to teach your child how to write when they're at home. Right. They don't teach script in school. They don't teach script in school when we were growing up.
That was the point I was
just about to make. How the hell your child supposed to sign their damn check?
That was exactly what I was about to say.
I came across a whole. If you look it up, they actually got it that they can fucking print their name on a check. Since when?
On a check.
Last time I checked, if you print your name on a check, that's completely fraud. Anybody could fraudulent your name.
You're
Like,
not even
use your
supposed to
brain.
cash that
But
check.
nobody thinks like that. You know what I'm saying? But yet again, it's up to the parent to go, you know what? Hell no. I learned script in school. They still sell script books in these stores with that these teachers go to. You crazy? Have your child sit down and do their ABCs. There should be no reason why anybody's child don't know how to write script.
That's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
I straight start laughing at my babies. We taking it back to
crazy.
57. I made them
And then
goddamn
there
ABC.
you go. And if you refer, oh, I got my baby in charter school. Your charter school don't teach script. Doesn't matter.
And then you see,
But
and
you got the baby. But you got the baby sitting there. But you got the baby sitting there for an hour in class learning how to play chess.
And you see, that go back to the generational curse. That go back to the generational curse. Because nobody teach our parent that school don't teach us how to learn. School only teach us how to obey. Nobody taught our parents that. So our parents is under this impression that school is the end all be alls. That's where we collide at. That's where that generational curse of stupidity gets pushed and perpetuated. You know what I mean? And it's sad because it was to the point where I'm under, like I say, I'm no different from anybody else. My part of my generational curse was that bullshit right there. I had one of those moms that she didn't cater to what I did great. She worried about what my flaws. She would get me a tutor for a Spanish class when she should have invested in my rap career. You know, or she should have invested in the fact that I got charisma, I'm a good speaker. You know what I mean? And we don't, as Black kids, we don't get taught how to harvest our talents. We get taught how to worry and dwell and focus on the shit we can't do, which causes depression, which fucks with our confidence. Like, you know what I mean? And then
I'm glad I didn't come from that.
Absolutely.
I commend my mother and my grandmother and my great grandmother for that one. I didn't come from that. My mother wanted the model when she was a teenager. My grandmother paid for her to go to fucking modeling classes. Bitch wanted to take karate. My mother paid for me to go to karate tournaments. It's like I tell my kids, anything productive you want to do, you gonna do it. Productive. My daughter saw a commercial on TV when she was 2 and said she wanted to do ballet. Bitch, tutus and pointy shoes. Ballet it up. She done changed her mind 3 times. I feel like I done wasted and invested money. I don't even know. But as long as it's positive, I'm on it.
Yo, Todd, to tell you how much they watch us and how kids learn by what they see. My little man went and harassed me yesterday. Yesterday was WrestleMania Day 2, right? And he saw how I set up here and do these lives. So the boy had a whole plan. And mind you, he 8 years old. He had a whole plan of how he wanted me to steal pay-per-view TV and hack his channel and go live so that the people that couldn't afford to watch the show could watch the show via his channel. You know what I mean?
That's flavor though.
Yo, he sat there and figured it out. Down to the fact that he said, yo, Dad, you can't show it, but they can hear it. If you know what I mean? First, right. And yo, when I tell you the boy was live for 4 hours, and he felt proud because it was something that he built an idea that he cultivated and put into play and seen it happen. So I fell asleep and all that shit on there. He woke me up like, yo, I think you gotta hit the stop. I think it stopped, Daddy. And I stopped it and I saw he was hyped. Like, but they watch us. And this is why I say parents gotta get out of the habit of trying to take credit for bullshit. Parents remind me of school. They teach us very little, but they want a lot of credit for the way we turn out. You know what I mean? On the low now. Like, you know what I mean? Because for one, parents do not teach us anything. Our father could teach us, but our moms don't teach us nothing. Our moms keep us safe. Our moms keep us alive. She keep us here. She keep us survive. But as far as that, she provides for us. She don't raise us though. Like, people get that shit they give the mom's title.
I think that's probably why I'm different.
They give her too much shit now. What y'all think about that? They give the moms too much shit now.
Me personally, I don't know. Like, I think me personally, like, with, like, as far as like let's get back real quick and I'll get right back to that. When it comes to as far as like my generational curse, I personally feel it's more or less that my mom felt that her mom tightened up too much. You know what I'm saying? So she felt she wanted to let loose with me. You know what I mean? Where I think she fucked up and should have actually kept that and kept it tight. You know what I'm saying? Because this hit 14 and was crazy. It was over. You know what I'm saying?
We all hit 14 and lost.
Now we all know this is like 14 years old. Let's just talk about we're talking about like 1996. You know what I'm saying? So this was lit. This was lit. Okay?
And we wasn't
when things like that started happening, things was different in the streets. My mom allowed me to do a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? Allowed me to be out and run the streets, but I wasn't a typical female. You know what I'm saying? You already know. I was never the type of tight jean type of girl. That was never me. I was very tomboyish, so my lifestyle was different. I was only raised by my mom. You know what I'm saying? I had a stepfather, but my mom was the type of Spanish lady that you ain't my daughter's father, you not touching her. You know what I'm saying? You can't discipline my child. You know what I mean? So I knew who my father was, but he wasn't there. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So the shit I feel that I learned, I know I didn't learn from her. You know what I mean? I feel that my family personally, they all scared. They scared to leave New York. You know what I'm saying? That's their downfall. And I was never scared. I dipped at 20 years old to a whole different state, dolo, no family, no nothing, no friends, no shit. I'm out with my bread and I'm off this. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what I could do. I lived in New York. I'm a New Yorker. Let's get it. I left. I made it happen for 10 years. Dolo. Made a whole new life. Suburban life, went from a city girl to a suburb girl. Learned how to drive out there. Met new friends out there. My first job, pretty much, a little legal job, pretty much, was out there. You know what I'm saying? Finished school out there. You know what I'm saying? Lifestyle was different. You feel me? Come back to New York, 30 years old, to nothing out here. Same bullshit I left at 20. You feel me? I'm different. Everybody else didn't change. You know what I'm saying? And that's what fucks me up, because that's what makes me feel like, damn, there's not too many people like a lot of the people that I grew up with and that I even went to school with. Everybody just stuck. You feel what I mean? And that's what I feel as New Yorkers, we have an issue with. You know what I'm saying? And that's my strong head issue. As New Yorkers, everybody's too nervous and too scared to see what the fuck is outside of the city.
You know what's crazy? That's, you know, my generational curse is trust. Like, I got trust issues, B. Like, I seen the fake and phony shit. Like, so I learned indirectly how to be fake and phony. You know what I mean? This is before I really put my own spin on me, who I wanted to be. But the soil I was planted in is like fake and phony and competitive. You know what I mean? I was really rooted. I'm rooted in competitive hustle, survival. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us. A lot of people tend to think that they was raised off love. Yeah, my mom loved me. You raised off survival, motherfucker. We all raised off survival, yo. We're not raised off love. You know what I mean? So that right there is where, you know what I mean? I had to really stop. I had to learn how, don't be a get over. Stop getting over on people. Stop preying on the weak. You know what I mean? That was my biggest thing right there, because that's what I was taught. And it's sad that we in an environment where people is so fake and so living this lie that when you speak about things like this, they look at you and they get mad. Like, people be really mad at me for telling the truth, for calling out their bullshit. Like, and they act like if I don't lead with my problems, this is how I know you have problems, motherfucker. Like, why the fuck is we gonna lie and eat crab legs? Why the fuck is we gonna lie and eat crab legs all day? Like, this is why we all fucked up in the hood. This is why we fucked up. Because niggas like to lie and eat crab legs. Like, and that's the biggest part of this generational curse. You know what I mean? Like, you know how we do. We always form a great topic and then we give them the answer right away, Ty. Anyway, you know what I mean? So that part of the generational curse is lying and eating crab legs, right? If we stop lying to each other and eating crab legs with each other, we'll be all right. You know what I mean? And hold on, let me proceed with the proceedings though, because I give you my spill, I give you what everybody else gonna say, and then I give you what the fuck the answer is, you know what I mean? Because there's an answer. People like to play this, but it's this, but we all got our own, and yeah, we have our own because we done forced ourselves to believe some bullshit, but at the end of the day, there's a real standard answer. There's a real answer, like it's a decision. You know what I mean? But that's why we all know that it's a generational curse. We all believe in a form of a generational curse. You know what I mean? And look, we know that because we all sat here on this panel and said, yo, we believe in something. We know it's something. You know what I mean? And it says it. And it's showing mercy until thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. We all know that, yo, it's something. It's something. So as long as we know it's something, you ain't got to be this wholesome Christian. I don't know who be trying to teach these people how to be stupid, yo. But you ain't got to be no wholesome Christian to you know what I mean, to believe in your Holy Spirit. You ain't got to be no holy Christian to believe in your Holy Spirit. And he says it right there. All you got to do is know what's up. You just got to know, yo, something is weird here. I don't run nothing. I'm not controlling this. And these little stars and these shits that they keep pushing in front of us and want us to worship, they not right. That's all he really asks us to do. You know what I mean? And look, another thing, guys, right? We got to stop with this. Our parent shit. Yeah, our parents fucked up, right? But now this is more of what we gonna do, like how we break this shit. So we pointed out what it is. We pointed out how it's formed. You know what I mean? It's formed because our dumbass parents, the leader of the chain, however it date back, however it traveled back, they took heed of the dumb shit. They took heed of the evil. So, like he said in this verse, you know what I mean? It's some of us is in a curse, and we're digging out of some shit we had nothing to do with, but we're digging out of it. You know what I mean? And until we put our foot down, that we won't allow our kids to end up paying for our shit. You ever see them parents that sit there and now they charging their kid because I raised you, so now your kid get a job and now you looking for your kid to pay your bills. Y'all know about them parents. Y'all seen them parents. I know I ain't bugging the fuck out now. Remember that. I'm hood too. I know what it is. These parents, they alienate the kid from the father. Then they get a kid everything. They feed him up. They push everything in front of him to trick him. Now to trick him to win the kid over, so the kid will forget about the other half. The person's supposed to be raising them. And now all of a sudden the kid get older and they want the kid to motherfucking because I don't understand. What I didn't ever understand was why these women, Ty, maybe you can answer this for me. Why do majority of women have these kids and then hold the kids as a reason why they stop living?
I can't speak for those women because I can only speak for me.
Is it me? See, is it me as having a child? Is having a child an option, a burden, or a duty?
That's an option.
It's definitely your choice. I chose to have my kids.
For my baby mama. For my baby mama, she a dusty ass bitch be broke all summer. Hey, that bitch be broke all summer. Dirty bitch be trying to take what a nigga work for. I done been through some shit, man, that shit don't hurt, ho. In the back of the Maybach, so I keep the curves low. I ain't got shit for you, dirty bitch, I'm broke, ho. Try to get revenge by sucking dick, bitch, a cutthroat. For my baby mama, for my baby mama, for my baby mama, she'll...
I mean, why do majority of women have these kids and then hold the kids as a reason why they stop living?
I can't speak for those women because I can only speak for me.
Is it me? See, is it me or is having a child? Is having a child an option, a burden, or a duty?
That's an option.
It's definitely your choice. I chose to have my kids.
That's an option.
And that's the shit that I don't be understanding, because 90% of women sit there and be like, well, I raised my child. That's basic shit, man. You decided to have a child.
You're supposed to raise your child, yeah.
Shit right there. Am I bugging?
If you decided to spread your legs and have this freaking kid, like, this is what happens. Like, you have sex, you get pregnant, then you fucking give birth, and then you have a child, take care of it, idiot.
Yeah, they want rewards for shit they're supposed to do.
Where did you find those 5 fingers? I don't understand.
I think that's why I commend myself for being mother of the year a little bit, because I never stopped my kids from fucking. I never told my kids not to fuck, but I have a 21-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 17-year-old, and a 15-year-old. And
mama.
Ain't none of my kids fucking though. 2 of them is out of high school, and ain't none of them fucking. Why? Because I put the fear babies in them. They ain't got to fear nothing but babies in them. What I told them, how did you get here? And they got fucked. That's how you got here.
That's right.
There was no accidents.
That's right.
I had sex and you got here. And I chose to bring you here. So now you fuck. You might have a mini you running around because it only takes one time. Yeah. So ain't none of my kids fucking. I asked my son why he not fucking. He said because girls' faces don't get pregnant.
Top.
Demon came with his penis and put it in my mouth. And then he came again and he slept with me last week, and I told the pastor that I need deliverance again. And since then my private part has been itching.
It's been itching?
Yes.
Okay. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Demon came.
Yo, hold up.
This is why I said if I was to ever have a kid, I would pray, please give me a fucking boy. I would never want a little girl. I would never want a little girl.
Once I got my first boy, I wanted 3 boys because 3 is my favorite number. But my last one was my baby girl. And as much as I wanted them 3 boys, I can honestly say it ain't nothing like my baby girl.
I'm gonna tell you something, right?
But them boys, me and my oldest, we like this, and I never stood between him and his father's relationship. Me, him, and his father was like this. We was like, he came in my room with the sticky sheets one night, like, Ma, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, look, we gonna call your daddy right now. We about to call him right now because you got the sticky sheets and he need to explain to you why your shit.
That's right.
Said, Daddy don't live here, but Daddy here. So let's dial his number, and he's gonna explain it. And my baby father, like, your husband out there, nigga, Daddy, here is your son.
Yo, all right, y'all. Let's start. I gotta start paying attention to my chat. Salute to the chat. You know what I mean? Let me start paying attention to the chat because I know we got some good ass questions. But I like this one right here. J-Lock said, not being a parent, that's how we break the generational curse. I actually agree.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Well, I can honestly say that I try to model to be my parents because I was able to come up in a 2-parent household with Black people that intentionally had their kids. I know my parents like definitely built and they tried their best to make sure they raised us right. They gave us opportunities to do what we want to do and just be children. They raised us to be abstinent till marriage, and they told us, y'all gonna do the right thing, like Spike Lee in my household. Y'all gonna go to church, y'all gonna make the right decisions. But they never forced us to do anything we didn't want to do, and they also made sure that we understood that we were presented everything we wanted to unbiasedly, and you go make that decision for yourself. We're not going to shame or judge you for making the decision that you chose to make, whether it be for God or Buddha or Allah, whoever you're going for. Do it for yourself, and don't do it because you're trying to do it out of spite or because you don't like us, because you want to not be the black sheep of the family. Do it because you truly identify with it. And so being a child with parents that intentionally had you and then instilled this knowledge into you, I just want to make sure I make the right choices with everything that they taught me. The one thing that haunts me with my dad being in the house is he used to say, I'm going to tell you this, and you can never say that you didn't know because I told you. And I used to always be just haunted by that. Other than my mama saying, I'm going to tell you, Daddy, when you get home. That's the second scariest thing that could be said in the household. But my father being there to tell me something, and me knowing that he told me, and knowing that I carry his legacy with me everywhere that I go, it just really reminds me that, I can't just be out here squandering what I'm doing. Like, everybody want to sow their roles, but I can't just be squandering what I'm doing because they intentionally have me. They want me to do something. I have a purpose here. And a lot of people don't really tap into that and don't have people there to nurture them in that way. Like, I saw my father provide, and I saw my mother multiply everything that they broke down together. Like, it was so intentional with the way that they moved. They shared their finances. They shared their motives. They even had like house meetings from time to time. And even when we was about to get a whooping, they would have that lecture, that 2-hour lecture of why they were about to whoop me, so it wasn't like a situation where I didn't know why my parents were either disciplining me or praising me. It was very, very beautiful experience. And that's what I hope more people understand, that we love our children like that and love our parents in that nature. We can break these curses and then really praise each other and big each other up in really vital points in our lives.
I love that. And that's a segue to, because one of the things I don't give my moms enough credit for, because it's wrong, but it made me who I am. Like, my mom's is inadvertently disrespectful. Like, she have no filter. Y'all know how my moms have no filter, bro. And a part of that rolls off on me, to where I can take reality in.
I'm there with you, bro.
I can take reality in. You know what I mean? Like, if you ever, like, when I used to bring girls to my crib, I used to prepare them, bro. On the way up on the elevator, I had to prepare them, bro, for the interrogation. And she's only gonna ask you about 3 things, but the 3 things that she's gonna ask these girls, is gonna be so red pill, like, and she had no filter. Like, she'd be like, you nasty. You about to go suck some dick. Like, you know what I mean? And she, like, that's how she communicate with me. So it was like, you know what I mean? So it was like good, but it's the gift and the curse. So it was like,
yeah, that's a blessing to have. Having my mom there to do the same thing for me. I wouldn't even want to bring anybody around at some points because I just knew it was gonna be an issue. So I had to really vet what I was doing out here. That's why I said I couldn't just be talking to anybody or bringing anybody around, because ultimately my family's gonna love you because I love you. They're gonna have their reserves, but because I believe in you and because they see how happy you make me, they're gonna be like, all right, cool, we rocking with you. But there have been times when my mom was just like, nah, that ain't happening. That ain't it. And it's the understanding that, and then having my dad in the background to be like, you heard your mama. So having them there to build me up, it's like having both of my parents there to be able to balance my divine masculine and feminine energy at the same exact time. Like, I could cry on my dad's arm the same way I could run to my mom, and she could build my confidence up to go out there and make a big play on the field. You know what I'm saying? It's situations like that you really get to take in and really grasp. And that breaks a lot of the issues and a lot of insecurities you have into building confidence for yourself to go get this money, to go find that woman that you need, to go break these curses. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man. That's a fact, man. So, right? So with that said, guys, Ezekiel 18:2, the parents eat sour grapes and the children's teeth are set on edge. What he is saying right here is, all right, our parents, they didn't know. They didn't know. They told us they did their best. They did their best. All right? That's that. Now it's on us, guys. So we could stop with this dumb ass ideology that, oh, the moms was this, and then the son, she turned him into a hell of a son. Yes, if you had a hell of a mother, more likely you are a hell of a son. Now it's on you to fix that, guys. That's what that verse is saying right there, guys. That's what that verse is saying. You know what I mean? In order to break the generational curse, we got to come to some reality. We got to understand that, yeah, our parents, you see what he said right there, right? Parents eat sour grapes. Yeah, our parents ate fucked up grapes. You know what I mean? They ain't know what the fuck to teach us. And the children set their teeth, the children that set their teeth on edge, you know what I mean? You're not gonna win. You're gonna make yourself miserable. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that leads us to what I said. That leads us to our final answer. When y'all ask me how to break the generational curse, stop blaming your parents. Stay away from them fruit punch red pill bowls. Stay away from that fruit punch shit, yo, because it got some red in it. That don't mean it's real, guys. All right? Stop taking to these ideologies of niggas that ain't healed themselves. Niggas that's taking advantage of you because they know what you want to hear. They know
want
you
a
ain't
friend.
fitting to make yourself great. They know you ain't fitting to make yourself the best version that you can so that a female can submit to you. They know that. They know you ain't finna do that. So what they finna do? They finna keep feeding you this bullshit. Oh, the single mother. Oh, the woman. Oh, the modern woman. Oh, black woman. Oh.
Jesus Christ! All this fuck.
Come on, guys. When are you gonna fix you? That's part of breaking the generational curse. You gotta fix you in order to break the generational curse. You gotta be strong enough to push through that shit, bro. And you're not gonna be strong if you're sitting there blaming your hell of a mother. All right, she's your hell of a mother. How many videos can I do on you having a hell of a mother before you become a hell of a nigga? Dead ass, no cap. Y'all know how we do over here, guys. You know what I mean? But we gotta stop blaming our hell of a mother. You know what I mean? Ezekiel 18:2 tells you that. You know what I mean? And guys, last but not least, we have to stop living a lie. It's a whole fucking lie out here, guys. It's phony, guys. People be phony. Like, remember what I told you guys. There's good people and then there's real people. We got to start fucking with the real people, yo. Because the good people are phony. The good people too busy trying to be good for everybody's approval. That's what's perpetuating this lie. And this whole lie need crab legs. You feel me? We need to be real with each other. You know how, and you know the facts to that, guys? James 5-16. Therefore, confess your sins. Fuck is you lying for? Like if everybody is playing this status game like they really, really bubbling like that. And you not bubbling like that. I'm telling you not bubbling like that. I don't give a fuck where you live at. Because you got those educated lames that ran off. They left the neighborhood. So they think that they're better than the people that's still in the neighborhood. And that if you're not at peace, if you looking over your shoulder at what the next person got and you worrying about how much they got and instead of if they got enough, then you not at peace and you ain't successful. Guys, you see how that come into play? You still under a generational curse. You know what I mean? Period. No matter how you can convince yourself, because remember again, let's go back to what I said in the beginning. We the people have convinced ourselves that it ain't no rules, that it ain't no real answer. It's a real answer. Whether you like it or not, there's a real answer to every fucking question. Feminism came in, and government saying Zaddy and the powers to be and the ones that want this, that benefit off of us being dumb, came in and sold us on options. They sold us on options so that it's no accountability. When it's no accountability, it's a free for all. Niggas can do whatever, and there ain't no guidelines, ain't no law, ain't no order to call it out and say that's wrong. Because now it's no, everybody have their own opinion. Everybody have, I don't give a fuck what everybody have. What do the man say? What do the motherfucker that create this shit say? That's all I care about. And he say, niggas gotta stop lying, bro, and start living their truth with each other. Let's keep it real with each other. See how we have these panels where it's men and women. Online, guys, you see that? Come up offline and go outside in real life. You'll see that all women ain't evil. You know what I mean? You heal yourself, and then you'll be able to operate and find healed people. As long as you stay unhealed, guess what you're gonna attract? Guess what you're gonna find? Unhealed people. All right. And keep your fantasy land, guys. Tell them keep their fantasy land with them. Don't sell you. Don't let them sell you on their bullshit. They generational curse. We have to break out of that shit. The only way to break out of that shit is to live in your truth. And that's a mic drop situation. You know what I mean? That's a mic drop situation, y'all. Word. But y'all just got this graph right here. And this how real it is off of one lie. Off of one motherfucker not knowing what the fuck to tell his legacy or her legacy. This is how damaging it could be. The original curse start with the first generation. Then it spreads to the second generation. Then from the second generation, it goes upon, hold on. It goes upon the third generation. By the fourth generation. Then the fifth generation. By the fifth generation, you have 75 people under a fucking curse. Sitting there under an impression, under a false impression of what they believe is the fact. Ty, you said something that was key in the very beginning of this live right here. You have 75 people talking about, but that's how I was raised. Now, I'm not saying that these are bad people. Remember, these are not bad. These are people who's good. These people good. These are good people. But they not real people, yo. Get what I'm see how it tie in, guys? What y'all thoughts, y'all?
Like I said, just because that's how you raised don't mean it's right.
It really depends on where you meet these people too. A lot of times when you're online talking to people, you're not talking to people, you're talking to opinions. So they're going to be very, very strong on these opinions that they have. But like we talked about, you go outside and meet real women, they're going to have so much more substance than what you heard online. It's going to be worth it. That little anxiety that you have, that little bit of insecurity that may come when you try to approach somebody, all of that's going to be worth it when you actually have a true conversation with a woman that understands what it means to nurture and appreciate somebody that's catering to her. The same way that you go outside and talk to somebody, it's not going to be the same when you're online just having opinions and throwing back and forth, because they could easily just block you and then you got nowhere. You know, then the curse continues to spread and we get nowhere. You know, that's why I encourage, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, Good Bread. Go outside, y'all. As much as we chill and talk online, go outside, because real people are outside really waiting to start making moves with you. It's important to do that every single day.
That's a fact, guys. Remember, you online to equipped up. You getting clipped up so that you could go outside. You're not getting clipped up to stay online, guys. Remember, the people outside, women outside don't know about alpha, beta, blue pill, red pill. They don't know about that. All the women outside is the female nature. That's one thing that they have. that's gonna match. The shit you learn on these panels is only gonna help you. But if you stay up on these panels sobbering and acting like a little bitch, you know what I mean? You gonna overlook your motherfucking Eve. And that's another thing. Stop grabbing for these 10s and 9s, bro. Personally, when me and Miss Goodbread go out and we go hunting, when it's hunting season, we don't mess with no 10s and 9s. We don't even like 10s and 9s. We like women that are confident in who they are. That's not going to be in the 10s and 9s, bro. That's why they 10s and 9s, bro. Ladies, any ladies want to say something? Stop me when I'm wrong, ladies. Y'all know the rule over here. Stop me whenever I start eating crab legs and lying. Y'all stop me, because ain't nobody too good to be checked. And that's the problem with the generational curse. Because can't nobody check the mother.
No,
everything
is offensive now. You can't really check nobody. Everybody is so sensitive and everybody gets their feelings hurt. Like these comedians now, they want to come down on the comedians for the jokes because it's so hard. Y'all could have never sat in the audience when D.L. Hughley was telling jokes then. You could have never fucking sat in a Richard Pryor or Red Fox or Eddie Murphy Raw kind of concert because everything they said would have been offensive to you now. Like, I don't know what the world has come to that nobody can even take a joke anymore. Like, everything is offensive. Like, you really can't touch on nothing. Everybody's soft. And that goes back to the U.S. school. There's no first, second, third place no more. Everybody gets a participation now. That goes back to the you big up in mediocrity. You're not
equal results instead of equal opportunity.
Exactly. You're not bigging up the people that are actually putting in this work for this shit to get these A pluses and this outstanding shit. You're just giving everybody participation. If we all gonna get participation, then we all may as well just participate. So it makes nobody go above and beyond. So everybody becomes mediocre. So you gotta look for those exceptional standing out people, because other than that, everything is mediocre because mediocrity is what the world is looking for now. So
that goes back to what I said earlier. Everybody wants to be like everybody. You can't say too much because everybody's too sensitive. Everybody wants to get in their feelings. Everybody feels some type of way, and it's like, and when in all reality, you're just speaking truth and reality. And that just makes me, I don't know, it kind of just like pisses me off because it's like nobody lives in what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's living in their own little fantasy world. You know what I'm saying? And still trying to like keep up with the Joneses type shit. And you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be you, and that's what makes you you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go out there and be looking like everybody. I don't like the new style that's out. What about that?
Notice, this is perpetuated in the school system. This is where school do. School make everybody the same. School is the factory that makes everybody the same. The odd uniforms is changed.
Uniforms is perfect.
Do you ever remember how when we were in school, 57 never made us wear it.
We won't wear no uniform.
It wasn't mandatory. It wasn't. We had one. There was a uniform.
It was, but it wasn't mandatory that we wore it. If you wore it, you wore it. You didn't.
That's right.
The way they got all these schools now, my kids don't have a specific uniform, but they have a very strict dress code which I feel is still the same thing to an extent, because they don't want them to wear no designer labels. Like my daughter went to school and had a Nike check on her hoodie, and they put her in school suspension just because they said of the label. I'm like, but y'all said she could wear the sweater as long as it don't got no hoodie.
It's
so you
deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It goes to the point of, in society, they want to know the criminals. This is the stereotypes they add. They add, if you have a suit on, you could practically murder somebody in broad daylight and they won't even suspect you, because they separate us by the productive citizens wear the suits and the casual attire and the uniforms, and the criminals
And
have the hoodies
the
on.
unproductive, that urban wear, what they
The
consider
urban
urban
wear
wear.
of the criminals. So it's all a part of the separation. It's sad. Guys, Steve Teague said the perfect example is when Kim Kardashian came out with her famous look. Now every woman with her complexion got the same look. Everybody's zombie now. You know what's sad about that? Steve Teague. Salute to Steve Teague, yo. One of the
everybody
dopest
want to look
moderators.
like a wisdom tooth now.
You know what's sad though? Her look was stolen. Kim Kardashian stole her look. She stole Angelina Jolie look and Angelina Jolie's whole face. If you really look at it, guys, go look at Angelina Jolie lips, face structure, and then go look at Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian,
then
she
her
owed
little
that
sister,
lady a check.
Then her little sister came behind her and stole her face.
She owed that lady a check.
Well, they keep a black woman around them so they can absorb her look. And then once she's done absorbing her look, she just throw it to the wayside. You see it all the time. They keep a black friend around that they want to look like. And then they get the doctor to just like sculpt them to look like them. It's pretty embarrassing on their part.
It's sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't. So much power to any female that want to do that. That's on y'all. But at the end of the day, I don't know.
That goes
I was
back
blessed to be small. I'm all right. I'm perfectly fine.
Back to like you said.
Like I'm perfectly fine.
That goes back to like you said. Everybody want to look like everybody. Like you want to make everybody happy and go with.
I don't want nobody to look like me, and I don't want to look like nobody else. Nah, I'm good.
It used to bother me that out of my mother's 5 kids, I didn't look like nobody. My 2 middle siblings look alike, and then the 2 younger ones, they all high yellow with they light eyes. And it's just
I look like my mom. I look like my mother, just light skin.
I don't even look like her. That shit used to upset my nerves. I don't even look like her. But you know what? As I got older, I love not looking like none of them. And then I had a son, and that nigga stole my whole face. So I was like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I had to make a mini me for him to look like me. And he looked like me, light skin, and I can't stand him because he act like me too. He's everything that I would be if I was a boy. But
ladies, I gotta ask y'all a real side note. In fact, I saved that. And I ain't gonna do it because I had to ask y'all about why y'all don't sign a petition and cancel this dummy Jada Pickett, Jada Bell, what's up with this chick, yo?
Dude,
how y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about the women saying he did what he's supposed to do for his own?
No. I got a whole
husband. I got a whole fucking open relationship. Get out of here.
If he ain't gonna smack no August Alsina, then he shouldn't have smacked no Chris Rock. Alopecia my ass. My daughter got alopecia. My god sister got alopecia. Fuck out of here. I want him to come across fucking Chris Rock brother, because I want his brother to smack him. He said it's on site. Let it be on site. Somebody smack you, yo.
Respectfully.
I'm about to tell my husband to get on the video and make a joke about Jada Pickett, and I want Will to bring his ass to smack my husband. I dare you.
It's sad though. Like he's under a generational curse. She's under that's just a sad situation right there.
He
Yeah,
wouldn't have been under no generational curse. For one, I am completely and utterly disgusted. I used to look up to Jada Pinkett. I used to admire her as a woman, as a mother, as a wife. I really did, because it seemed like they handled their open relationship that the whole world knew they had with respect, because it wasn't out there in the world's face. Y'all did what y'all did with your kids and all that. Y'all appeared to be exactly what y'all was supposed to be. And if you weren't, it's none of our business what you were or you weren't. That is all y'all. But as soon as she started flashing all that shit out for the world to see, it goes back to the conversation that we had last week. She did not protect her man. She did not protect her name. She did not protect her assets. She did not protect her children, her home. She did not protect their brand. She didn't do any of that. You embarrassed and disassembled everything that y'all worked to build as a couple all these fucking years with your kids and everything. And not only did you fucking embarrass y'all, you dragged it. You kept coming back out with more shit. When the fuck is enough enough? When do you just sit down and let it be? You already did what you did, but now you still coming out with more shit. And then here you go, you want the red table talk and all this other shit. Now you want to make this man get up and smack a man when you didn't make him get up and smack a man before, but you made a whole joke. Nigga made a whole song about y'all, and you ain't send him this. You should have sent the whole Goon Squad after that. We was bumping this shit for a whole summer. You don't feel that was definition of entanglement, bitch?
Hey,
that ass, son. I'm not saying I didn't bump it. I was jamming to it. It was my shit. I really I got a whole husband, nigga. You don't see me on the internet talking about my entanglements with my open marriage and what the fuck is yo? As a wife, she embarrassed me. As a wife in a fucking marriage that's built like hers, she embarrassed me a step further. Every polyamorous and polygamous marriage should be embarrassed out their ass now. How dare she do that?
Yo.
It's disrespected your brand, our brand, black people.
She made us look like coons, right? She made us look goofy. She made
You got us all the wives out here running around looking stupid. None of us want to be married no more. Everybody's just gonna turn back into a girlfriend because wives is dumb as shit. I told my husband, we're gonna get divorced, but we're gonna stay together. I want to be with you, but I don't want to be your wife because obviously wives is dumb. So I'm gonna just go back to being your girlfriend. I must have had it better then.
Yo, that's bad.
So we just gonna live together forever and share these bills, and I'ma love you with every fight.
You wasn't hate when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck the son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want look. All you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here and goddammit talking about preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now so you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker.
Yo, Top bet the house on Jada and lost, yo. I feel you.
For real.
Huh?
It's needed.
Yo, listen. They make Bobby and Whitney relationship look stupid. They make Bobby and Whitney relationship look
fuck what nobody say. I love Bobby and Whitney.
From now on, for those of
Bobby and Whitney together.
For those of you that's too young to understand Bobby and Whitney relationship, this is their relationship minus the crack. All right.
Yeah, ain't never lie.
Crack is whack. She makes too much money to do crack. Crack is cheap.
Facts though. Crack is cheap.
Wow.
But all right, guys, we're gonna move the show
right?
along.
But that shit, yeah.
I got my
I'm
girl
sorry, I
Love
had to go
Dorsey.
in. I was holding that for a while. She was making me mad, man.
I got my girl Love.
I'm glad you got that. Like, yo, yeah.
Had to get that off my chest.
I got my girl Love Dorsey. She about to spill. She about to give her breakdown on this generational curse joint. So you know how we do, guys. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna tune it. We're gonna chime in and out on what and see what she say. You know what I mean?
What's up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? What up? Let me see who on.
Keep in mind, guys, if you one of those victim-minded people, if you don't like the truth, if you worry about somebody look, if you worry about their delivery, then you might want to get out of here now. And keep in mind that because of that, because you focus so much on that, you're not going to grow as much as you need to grow. You're not going to take in as much information as you need to take in because you're a judgmental as person. You know what I mean? And you are highly delusional. Don't mind a person. I will take information from a crackhead. If I can use that information, I don't give a fuck how you look, how the messenger look. Take heed to the information, especially you fellas, bro. Fellas, we are here to lead. So in order to lead we're going to have to adapt to certain things, you know what I mean? And in order to adapt you're going to have to take in information. In order to take in information, you're going to have to be real with yourself. You're going to have to be living in your truth. Again, you see, that's the theme for this. This is how you break the generational curse, living your truth, man. Stop hiding shit.
What's up? What's up? Stacy, open the store up now. Shit. Open the store up. Some of us want to shop now. What's up, y'all? Listen. Do I need to do the disclaimers? I feel like I shouldn't have to, but I just got a little feeling that I should. Do I need to give y'all a fair warning? Is it a bunch of new people on here that's finna have a problem with my authenticness? Miss Yonka, what's up? Listen, so I'm doing a Zoom tomorrow night on generational curses, and this is one of them topics that when I really start talking deep into it, people cry, they get emotional. Some people get angry, some people get disappointed. So I'm giving y'all fair warning, even on this live. Like, if you are in a not so good space in your life to where you are not open to receive constructive criticism or a different perspective other than your own, or you're engulfed in feelings so much that you can't accept reality, don't stay on this live. Don't get in my Zoom. Don't try to book no call with me because it won't be good. I don't spare feelings. I'm not going to spare on this live. You're watching as adults are old enough to work a phone.
And guys, remember, that's the only way we're going to get up out of this shit. We've been sparing feelings. You got to remember, the majority of people operating on this phony time, operating on this bullshit. Listen, I blow smoke in your butt, you blow smoke in my butt. None of us going to heal but we just both smoking each other butt. How stupid is that? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that, and I don't fuck with people that do that. You know what I mean? Anybody I fuck with, salute to my guy Noble, the world class. You know what I mean? Salute to my guy, okay, let's talk about it. Salute to Mr. Palmer. You know what I mean? Any guy I fuck with, gonna be legit. Straight up and down. You know what I mean?
Phone or computer or laptop, whatever you own, you're old enough to know that it is a decision of yours to come on here. You don't have to stay on this live. You don't have to listen to what I say. I'm not responsible for the things that you decide to sit and watch. So with that being said, if I say anything that you don't like, you have a problem with my delivery, cursing, the stuff I'm going to say, you don't have to be on here. It's a choice, right? I'm going to start by saying this.
And I don't mean to keep cutting it off, but here's the thing about you people that get you Christian ears. You Christian ears. Those of you with the Christian ears, don't play with me, because you got somebody that you love and that you accept and that you let rock out with their disrespectful ass, and you love them, you cater to them, you entertain their disrespectful ass. But because you love them and you like them and you use them, it's okay for them to do it. So you don't come over here to my program trying to control nothing. Control that motherfucker. Think I don't know. I see what go on. Y'all motherfuckers be under the chick that'll talk about how deep her throat is. Preach, girl. But then to come over there talking about, but you talking about bitch, you say bitch. Well, what about your girl that's talking about how her throat is so deep? So let's not play games with me, kid.
A lot of y'all need to understand the generational curses that have been passed down to y'all family, because they are the reason for a lot of y'all disadvantages, a lot of y'all poor choices, a lot of the unfairness that you were set with once you hit that age where you had to try to figure things out as a young adult. A lot of y'all don't realize, like me understanding where I came from, what I came out of, what I was brought up in, the things I was conditioned to do, believe, go along with, the opinion leaders in my family. Like, this is stuff that it needs to be talked about, it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be understood. Because these are the things that will help you understand as an adult today, or a young adult, or a teenager, how you should be moving, what you can afford to give, what you can afford, you know, to spend your time on, put your attention on. Hopefully y'all keeping up so far. Anybody just way off track and don't know what the fuck I'm saying? Before I go deeper, because you know.
Again, Cam, whenever you want me to stop it, just give me the cue. Ty, T, whenever y'all want me to stop it and y'all want to chime in on something she say, just give me the cue, guys.
Will do.
The deeper I go, the more bothered y'all get. Your goals today, the things that you're working on, the stuff you don't got time for, the shit that you should be ashamed of yourself about, are things that need to be centered around where the fuck I came from, what the people taught me growing up. Some of y'all, like when I say disadvantages.
And what she mean by that is she mean it need to be addressed. It don't need to be hid, all right? Ain't none of us follow them instructions the right way, right? All right, let's say, not myself included, but let's stop fronting with what we built. We built some shit without reading the instructions to it. Let's stop fronting and acting like the shit we built is legit when it got tape, rubber bands, saran wrap, glue hanging all off the motherfucker. It's not right. Let's take it down. Let's demolish it, get to the instructions, and build something right. That's all, guys. It's that simple.
Some of y'all reached 17, 18, and you had a lot of things that were going on in your life that was unfair to you. It was a lot of stuff that this started me off below just the average line. Things my parents didn't teach me, the absence of one parent or another, lack of finances, lack of resources. These are things that, yes, it was unfair that you reached 17, 18, 19, 20 and did not have access to these things. We're not given certain shit. And a lot of y'all, you hurting just because nobody in your family is grown enough to just tell you that.
Remember, guys, and this is no cap, Love your mother. This is not I never want you to hate your mother. So that's crazy. And God don't want you to hate your mother. Remember, just because our mother ain't know what to teach us, they taught us what they could. You know what I mean? But again, guys, we are cursed because they didn't teach us the instructions, the way they didn't teach us by way of the instructions. Whether we had a Rolling Stone dad, because dad's not innocent either. Because it's a couple baby boomers out there that fuck shit up, that they left the crib. Then there's some that were alienated because of feminism. Feminism sold our women on making their own money, and they thought that making their own money meant I don't need a man. Instead of thinking like, well, let me take what the devil give me, match it with what a godly man got, and look, we're a power couple. They don't think like that. They ain't think like that.
That you know what, as your elders, we lacked in this area.
And again, guys, they told us we could be with everything we want to be. You could be anything you want to be. And then they stripped the tools of making that statement possible. I can't, if I tell my mother I wanted to be an astronaut, that was never going to be possible if I wanted to be an astronaut or not, because the environment she kept me in, because of her survival technique, because she thought the best thing to do was to get on public assistance and rock out on it, rock all the way out on it. That is her way of survival, which it got me here. It got me here. So I can't be mad at her for choosing what she needed to choose to survive. You see how that is, guys? That's why we gotta let that go. We gotta let all that go. Get to some new information. You know what I mean? Google is the smartest best friend we have to date. That's the smartest best friend in our arsenal. Google. Let's get it.
Which then in tune caused you to lack in this area. And a lot of the shit you went through early on when you first had a kid or when you first stepped out into the world as a young adult, a lot of that shit, it came from what we did not give you. And for that, even if a motherfucker don't give you an apology, just acknowledging that can set a lot of y'all free. Y'all understand where I'm going with this? A lot of y'all, you're unhappy, you're overly emotional, you're bothered simply because you don't like the state of your life. Or growing up, you felt like your life was going to look way different than what it looks now. And a lot of what it looks like comes from your generational curses. A lot of the decisions you make, the issues that you have, it comes from how you were raised, what you was exposed to, who you were around, the things that people let happen to you when you was adolescent. The growing up you had to do, rather too fast or too slow, based on the people that were parenting you. And a lot of y'all, you just need somebody to tell you, like, that was unfair. That was unfortunate. That wasn't right.
It's a cultural thing. This is a black person problem. The generational curse is on God's people, the black people. We are God's people. So the generational curse is blessed upon his people. That's what it is. Because his people want to be foolish and run from him instead of running to him. So yeah, we're cursed. You know what I mean? We're cursed.
I think it's important also to note, Good Bread, that some people, when it comes to taking accountability for their actions or being held accountable for those said actions, it's shameful and it causes them shame, and that's why they tend to run from it as opposed to facing it. So in those times where somebody's trying to hold you accountable, I think you should make sure that you understand that we want them to be responsible for what they did. They can account for it, but that doesn't mean they actually got to go do it, actually be responsible for it and respond to it. And I think a lot of people, when we try to hold them accountable for their actions, they can easily just cast it onto their upbringing, because that's not something that can easily be factual. We can't tell them that we walk with them every single day to tell them the traumas that they brought up with their upbringing. But what they can do is they can start from today building on those things that they know they're lacking in order to gain what we're talking about, gain that access to that generational wealth that we're trying to gain. A lot of that curse has a lot to do with their own stagnation, them just jogging in place as opposed to actually actively working on the things that they know they're lacking.
Yo, it's crazy because I don't know, Noble, I don't know if you're busy or not, but I'm gonna drop the link, Noble, because Noble know what it is. Noble know, and he can explain it way better than I can explain it. We are monks.
Get it. They made sure they taught you lessons until you got it. A lot of people are running around here with false truths or half-lived understandings of things and not being truthful to these things because, like I said earlier, it's on them and not truly in them. It's very devastating to see that our young women are out here guiding themselves in ways and that are harmful and detrimental to their whole entire environment and asking men to protect them for things that they really could be put in harm's way. The same way these young men are out here doing things and involving themselves with young women and they don't have their best intentions involved. When we talk about trying to break these generational curses, like we talked about earlier in the show, these young men and young women have to understand that, man, just because you came from something doesn't mean that's truly you moving forward. You have to make peace with whatever you grew out of in order to become what you truly meant to be.
Great spell. Great spell. Brother Noble, my man Elijah, what you got to say on that one right there, man?
Spoke a little bit on this in one of my Zooms I did on co-parenting because shit got deep. I told y'all, a lot of y'all don't realize you were taught and you're teaching your kids how to be fake and flawed. The same type of people y'all say y'all don't want to be fucked off with is y'all. You want me to break it down? Because some of y'all swear, I ain't fake. I don't get jealous. I don't do none of that sucker shit. But yes, ma'am, in fact, you do. Sir, in fact.
Key point right there, because everybody swear they some real nigga. They real. And they not. They good. They good. These good people. These good folks. I told y'all about these good folks, yo. Good is different from real. Fuck with the real folks. You know what I mean? Because these good folks, they ain't do nothing. There's always somebody else. And you let a motherfucker, you let a good folk get their hand on a fucking on an ailment, like let them get their hand on something, a health issue, and they gonna run it in the hole, guys. But they good people. You know what I mean? It's crazy, guys. It's real. It's really real. This generational curse, it's real, and it need to be addressed. Because I see people, they keep this generational curse. Do we really know what the generational curse is, guys? Like, you know what I mean? Because it sounds cute now and it's trendy to say it. You know what I mean? But a lot of people that say it think they raised off love. And I told you, they raised off survival. We all raised off survival. Majority of us raised off survival.
That's right.
You fucking do. Let me break it down. A lot of y'all grew up where most of your upbringing, your mother had a problem with your father. And some of y'all, you had both parents in your life or you was missing one, right? But you could tell my mama say certain slick shit about my daddy. Not even directly to me, but just in general that she don't like him. So I have to go with her and fake like I'm okay with this. And then when I go with him, I got to pretend like I ain't hear negative shit about him when I was with mama. You teaching me to be two-faced. My mama raised me to be two-faced because when I was with her and she said fuck shit about a nigga I love and care about and need as a resource, I had to act like I was all right with that shit. Then when I went with him, I had to pretend like I don't remember mama saying this stuff about you. Can't repeat it because she gonna whoop my ass if I go back and tell daddy what she... Just teach y'all how to flip.
Ladies, yo, speak on that, ladies. Tima, what you got on that, T?
I think she just left.
Oh, damn, T just left?
Yeah.
Ty, what you got on that?
Well, like I said, I can only speak on myself. And my mother, her and my father weren't together, but my mother didn't have anything to say about my father. And my father was in my life, but my mother let me form my own opinion of my father. Yes, I probably do like I absolutely like my stepfather more than my father. That is my dad every day, all day. But me personally, I don't speak about my children's father to them. My children are teenagers now, but when they were younger, I didn't speak about my children's father to them. If they asked questions, I would answer their question to the best of my ability, and I would try to do it with no hostility or animosity, because I allow my children to form their own opinions about their father. I don't want to taint their judgment about their father because of how I feel about their father. Those are my feelings, not theirs. That's where a lot of women fuck up. They impose their feelings on their children. I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised that because I don't like him, you don't like him. So I'm not going to do that to my children. Now, if at the end of the day, you feel that nigga ain't shit and you don't like him, those are your words. That is your opinion. But I allowed you to come to that conclusion by yourself. I don't try to taint their judgment about anyone because they're their own person. They have the right to form their own personalities and their own judgment of anyone. Yes, I'm going to tell them right from wrong, but it's not fair of me to impose my feelings on them. And I don't think any mother or woman should do that to their children because those are people and they have the right to form their own opinions.
I agree with you, Ty. I agree with you. I can't say I don't. It's a fact. So long as that opinion is based around facts. Because people, remember, that opinion, everybody, opinions is optional.
They are.
You know what I mean? And we know about options. As long as that opinion is based around facts, then we lit.
Flop. Fast forward. Now, how you think you know how to go sit with these females and not bring up that you was just with some other bitches that was talking about them? How you know how to do this shit so well? Because your mammy taught you. Same for some of y'all with your daddy. Like you over here with him and you can't tell he got heat for your mama. You can tell, but you got to act like you can't tell. You can't go back with mama and say certain stuff that daddy had going on. You was taught to hide and keep secrets, not be transparent. You was bred off this shit. It's familiar to you in your subconscious mind. So no, you're not waking up saying, I'm going to purposely be a liar, or I'm going to purposely sneak, or I'm going to purposely not divulge important information, or I'm going to purposely go over here and pretend like I don't see the issues that's going on over here about this person. No, you ain't trying to do this. Your ass was taught that shit. It's a part of your generation.
And see, this is the thing. It's an inadvertent thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, all right, I am harsh in pointing it out. But it's true. But it's an inadvertent thing, you know what I mean? But it's still being done. You know what I mean? It's still being done and it still need to be addressed. And when it get addressed, it don't need to be blocked, canceled, or shunned. You know what I mean? It need to be fixed. We got to start making the truth our love language. Don't come at me with this, you got love for me, or you fuck with me, or you love me if you lying to me because you ain't telling me the truth. You know what I mean? That's why you could always know that I fuck with people. Know that I fuck with you because I'm going to always tell you the truth.
Facts.
You know what I mean? 100%.
And what she just explained is child molestation.
Right.
Like you really sit in front of the child and all the generational curses is not you know what I'm saying?
Same for some of y'all dudes. Same for some of y'all dudes. It's generational fucking curses. Y'all don't be liking my videos because the shit.
And again, I speak for both sides. We call out bad behavior in men and women. I know some fuck niggas too. I know some niggas that don't give a fuck about their kid, that pretend that the mother running away with the kid, but they only want their kid so that they could trot their kid out for some image of them playing this super dad, whether they selling a book or whatever the case may be. But they're probably pushing a motherfucking collection plate around, so they need their kid to go to fit the narrative that they're creating, like they some type of super dad when they ain't shit, bro. And when they get the kid, they sit there and manipulate the kid on the moms. Because I tell you, these niggas, bro, these Samael niggas these Lucifer niggas, bro, these Cain niggas, bro, these niggas is many versions of their mother, bro.
Facts. That's a fact. They're the Antichrist.
That's a fact. Over here.
The only way to be. Long as we can get ourselves some Jordans, get our hair done and stuff, we doing the best we could, because that's what mama said she was doing, the best she could. When in all reality, you could be so much more. You just lazy. And I ain't talking about lazy physically. Half of y'all lazy mentally. You won't work your motherfucking mind. You will work your mouth. Y'all will work.
Ty, yo, what you got, Ty?
Why you always come to me first, though?
Because you is a female. You is a female. You is what the patriarch was designed for. You know what I mean? I protect women like yourself. You know what I mean? This is like your third time coming. You know what I mean? So you live, I know you living in your truth. Because I would have rubbed you wrong. The first time you was on the panel, I already tested you, you know what I mean? Because you know us alpha males, we shit test women. And we ain't fitting to sit here and get tested all day long. We shit test women. So I already shit tested you. And I knew that you living in your truth. So any female living in their truth is God fearing. And God said to fuck with those women. So I fucks with you hard. And this what you are one of the women the patriarch was built for, to protect. So you go first, ladies first.
I mean, I already said what I had to say because she's right.
It's over, right? She's killing it.
That ass is like, I can't. Like, I'm not gonna just repeat what she said. I'm agreeing with it. Like, what else can you really say? I don't argue with the facts. So
yeah. Cam, what you got, Cam? Oh, right. Cam said he will be right back. So
unconsciously, like we don't mean to do it, but we do it. We were peppered Matrix. She hasn't woken up from the Matrix. That's what that is.
Perfect point.
It is.
Salute to Mrs. Goodbread. She just chimed in right now.
Hi, guys.
Want to see you heal and grow. Or how many of these dudes is out here want you to continue to pay them to keep you on the same level? You know what I mean? And that was one of the realest shit. That was one of the realest things he told me, yo, ever. So with that said, I like to say this is why we gonna come up, we gonna keep our feet on their neck, my nigga. We gonna keep the truth. We gonna keep bringing them the truth. I ain't with that. Cause it's a problem. Like if these Jezebel women close their legs, this should have stopped. And if these simps stop giving away the Con Ed to make coochie so powerful, it should have stopped. And it's plain and simple. And who make both of those? The hell of a mothers that don't get checked.
Yep.
So that's the problem.
That's one of the main problems right there.
Well, I can shoot at it first. I would say this. The beginning of that was pillow talking. And a lot of women, you can't be pillow talking. You gotta, if you land with a man and he get to talking about, oh man, your baby daddy ain't nothing, I can do this for you, and oh man, that dude's this, that dude's that. She should be cobwebs up under between them legs.
That's a fact.
Because why are you talking about another man when I'm laying right here with you?
Right.
And the other thing with the push back with all that, with the what you said, the quote unquote ministry or the red pill, you can't decipher any difference. Because when it's going down, it's more everybody talking about how they got did. Mm-hmm. You know, how this woman did this and did that. And I'm going for it if you did get dumped and got done wrong. And look, 80% of these dudes already had other girls on the side. So it shouldn't even matter once she did something to you.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of them, it's more about hurt, what happened, how you got dumped. I can put up my life experience to 90% of manosphere right now on a case-by-case basis dealing with women. And let's say black women, because a lot of them just say BWs.
So let's go there. The shit that happened to me and how I had to fight. Look, I had to fight for every little bit of nookie that I got. Ain't no homeboy say, oh, that's a girl. Oh, they in. Oh, they. No, I had to use my own charm, my own talk, my own intellect. I had to do it.
That's
so
a fact.
a lot of these
Same
people
here.
just hurt. They just hurt, bro. Like they so hurt. So when they get on, like y'all was talking about earlier, they get on. They looking for somebody to talk about somebody that look like Nicki Minaj, like old girl right here. She got the perception of a Nicki Minaj in a way, but she's a way better person, a woman than Nicki Minaj will ever be. Just at how she talk, man, and her mental and how she think and look at stuff and stuff.
She's more woke and she's more realistic than a Nicki Minaj type of chick. Love Dorsey is way more woke and realistic than a Nicki Minaj type of chick. But Nicki Minaj she's delusional and she's still in the Matrix. She hasn't woken up from the Matrix. That's what that is.
Perfect point.
It is.
Salute to
That
Mrs.
was a real
Goodbread.
good
She
point.
just chimed in right now.
Hi guys.
Mr. Goodbread, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing? I just popped in to say hello.
How you doing?
That's how you know it's a hitting topic right here. Generational curse is a real deep hitting topic.
Because it really is. You know what? I was just telling Babe earlier today, like with this whole generational curse, like I feel like I sort of kind of, I don't know how to say, like I sort of kind of contribute to the general curse unwillingly and unwittingly, inadvertently. I contribute to it because, I mean, I don't mean to. It's not intentional, but it's what I was taught. So, you know, I teach my kids what I was taught, thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it's not until you get to the knowledge and get to the understanding of what's really happening and going on and finding a true alpha man to like guide me and lead me in the right direction. It's we do it. Why you gotta put that on me?
That was hella important. Because you said something that was important. You gotta find a dude. You gotta find that women. Your job, your task is to stay pure until you can attract a alpha male, a godly man. All an alpha male is a godly man, a guy that's in tune with his Holy Spirit.
Listen, I'm not copping pleas for anybody, but it's inevitable. Is that we do it unconsciously, like we don't mean to do it, but we do it. We will perpetuate the general curses and the stereotypes that there's going around, and we don't do it. We do it inadvertently. We don't mean to do it, but we do it.
And keep
at
it
that
real.
Point,
keep it real. That's what she's saying. She's saying keep it fucking real.
Right. I don't need you to say what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we as women have to take accountability for
that's the kryptonite
know.
word right there.
That's the what word? The kryptonite? Accountability?
Yep.
No, but realistically though, we have to take accountability. The men too, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about us.
Yes,
we have to take the accountability for what we do, whether it's inadvertent or advertently. Because I'm listening. The more I listen to the stuff that's being said and read, I'm doing air quotes. Y'all can't see me, but I'm doing air quotes. The more that we listen to and take heed to what's going on to the air quotes red pill community, we have to take, us as women have to take accountability for what we do and perpetuate and pass on to our kids. Because I just got through telling him today, like, he was talking about what do you call them, the
Hell of a mother.
the hell of a mothers, and I pulled him to the side like, babe, hold up, I think I might be a hell of a mother because some of the things that he was saying that happens in the general
census in the public.
No. In the general curse thing,
in the general curse,
right? Some of the things that he was saying that happens in that, like I do, like inadvertently, like
it's female nature. Because
it
you have
is
female
it
nature.
is like with my daughter. When I take my daughter out, like we go shopping, and we're supposed to be going to the market to get dinner or whatever, but on the way to the market, we might end up in a little store and we might buy something or whatever. I'll buy something for me. I'll buy something for her. And then when we get home, like the other kids, which are boys, they be like,
Yo,
well,
hold on. She said, which are boys? Yo,
but this is
you
just
motherfuckers.
the general curse. This is what really happens. This is what really happens. And I did it so inadvertently.
Hold on, another thing. Hit that like button, guys. You guys are getting exclusive content. If y'all know, you know.
Listen, I did it inadvertently, and so I took my daughter and we went to the store. We were supposed to be going to the market to get dinner to come home and feed the guys, but we ended up going to CC's, which is our favorite little store for the house, and cute little decorative stuff. So we went there, and I bought her this little bench for her room, and on the way home, I realized, well, I didn't realize it until after we was putting it together, but I realized, but when we bought it, I was like, don't tell Chris, which is her brother, don't tell Chris that we bought this, because oh my God, he's gonna have attitude and he's gonna be like, why didn't we buy that for him? Don't tell Daddy we bought this, because he's gonna be like, why did I spend this money on this and why did I spend this money on that? And like I realized, like I was teaching her to be secretive and liative, not liative. What's the word? Lie.
Right, lie and eat crab legs, motherfucker. That's the fuck.
I don't eat crab legs though.
Yeah,
but I realized though that I was teaching her to lie to her brother and her dad that we went out and we bought this thing for her, and I was teaching her inadvertently. I wasn't. It wasn't intentional that I was telling her like, well, don't tell them, like lie to them, and don't tell them what we went out and bought. But inadvertently, I realized that I was telling her like, lie to your dad and your brother, and don't tell them that we went out and bought this thing for your room and spent this extra money that we wasn't planning on spending to get this nice little decorative thing for your room, because we was only supposed to go to the market to get dinner. And I realized, like, inadvertently that's what I was doing. And that's how the general curse, that's how easy it is to pass it down inadvertently. Like, I didn't even realize once we got in the house and I started building it for her, it's for her to put it in her room. I realized what I was doing. Like,
God
oh my
spoke
God.
to you, motherfucker.
Yes, I realized what I was doing. I was like, oh my God, I just told her to lie to her brother and lie to her father that we didn't intentionally go out to buy this, because we thought about it the day before. Like, we intentionally went out to buy it, but we told you guys we was just going to the market. Like, I just made my daughter lie to her brother and her father. Like,
and that's
it
was real that you.
It was
that's
a
real that you
little
were,
lie,
but you see, it's that accountability.
It's the fact that I'm teaching her to lie and be sneaky, and I had to catch myself. Like, oh shit, that's not a good thing that I just did right now.
What's she gonna do with a man?
Yeah, she gonna do the same thing to you if you keep that up.
Right.
And she is, because I taught her to do it.
And that's the concept of tonight's show.
Accountability, because I inadvertently taught her to do that. I inadvertently taught her, don't tell dad and bro what we're going to spend this money on. We supposed to be going to the market to get dinner to feed them. Don't tell them we spent the extra however amount to go do this. Lie to them. And it was so innocent, but now that I'm thinking about it, inadvertently, like, I just taught her to lie to her dad. And I don't want her to lie to her dad, but inadvertently, I just taught her to do that.
And this is why I tell you guys, keep it real, because if this, we know, we respect Miss Goodbread for being a good woman. But female nature is in all women. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? You want to deal with women that can at least be accountability. Like, right, be accountable.
Like, I fucked that whole bag
Okay.
all the way up. I was not supposed to do that.
What's your take on that? Okay, break that down. Break that whole thing down.
Tell me about myself, okay? I know I did wrong on that. I know I messed that bag up.
I could honestly put it like this: young girls are too spoiled today. There's quotes that are made up, like, "Oh, if you don't spoil her, somebody else will." Things like that, and this is what it inadvertently does. Women don't know that because they grew up thinking that that's the case. They thinking that that's okay. Telling a little bit of a lie here and there was okay with your mom. She didn't teach you that that was wrong. So, like you said, you didn't realize that you were teaching your daughter to lie to the father. And that's part of women not being spoiled and being spoiled too much, as a matter of fact. I don't even want to say women. I'm going to say little girls, baby girls.
Right.
They don't know their role inside the house. They don't, like, in my crib, I was raised up to kiss all the ladies on the cheek if they were wives or whatever, or if they were my moms or my father's friends. Shake all the men's hand, right? And this is a value that was taught in my household. We got ladies and men that don't get taught any values in the house at all.
Facts. Look, you got men that are walking your house and feel that they don't even have to speak to you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm holding both sides accountable, not just the ladies.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. I like that cliche that you was talking about making sure if you take care of your daughters and somebody, that shit came from Tyrese, actually, the dude that was crying. You know, and my thing is this: I have 2 daughters. That's it. I always wanted a son, you know, but I don't have one. I have 2 daughters, but like I'm telling you, I make them do what they supposed to do, cleaning and just chores. See, a lot of people will say, "Oh man, you just being sexist, or you doing," you know, that's what the modern day feminists would say. Like, your daughters can do better. My daughters do everything else on the side too. But
that's what I'm saying.
Like, my oldest daughter, she wanted a pair of cowboy boots that cost the same amount as a pair of Jordans. And I just sat back and said, "Okay, you do this, you do that." But she got good grades, and I said, "Okay, you work for it." I have her do things for me. You know how to draw, you do different things on your tablet. Make this for me. I'll give you $20 for this. And now I got her doing NFTs. She made me 4 NFTs. And, you know, and every time she sent them to me, I just said, "Hey, can you do this and do that? Can you do this?" She said, "You don't like it?" I do like it, but I'm looking at it like it can be better.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And a lot of us don't understand with these females, and when we got them young, hold they ass accountable. Just like these women need to hold they fucking sons accountable. When they little Junior running around, first of all, if his name is Junior and the same name as his father need to have his ass.
Right.
I don't care what age. And if he don't want them, that's okay. But these females in general, girls, little kids, starting from 8, 9, all the way up into 18, we got to be hard on them. We got to set a standard, because they're the reason why a lot of things don't go forward because of society right now.
Right.
But we overskip it. And we just bash. We bash. We talk about appearance. We talk about how people act. You know, and I'm like,
all the things that's external that really don't count. Only thing that really matter is the internal and the mindset. But we so fixated on this look. We so worried about how it feels instead of the facts.
Right.
And that's the sad part.
Right. Which is stupidity. And I like, see, what he's doing is he's just raising his daughter to be a wife.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? She's gonna grow up and she's gonna be a helpmeet to a man. But look at what she's doing for her father.
And again, this is why I say, guys, be careful how much of this information you intake, because really the red pill teaches dudes to be dumb. Because honestly, are you telling guys to mess with the women that have father daddy issues, or are you telling the guys to mess with the women that have dads who might be a little bit of spoiled and might be a little bit on to the dumb shit you doing if you're not trying to become the best version of yourself? You see how that works? So a lot of the guys that come to the space and want to hear stupid shit about women are going to be the guys that end up only being able to deal with the women that have daddy issues and father issues.
Yep. And look, I wanted to say this. Oh, my fault, man. I just wanted to say this, that I experienced that with my own father, and I had a sibling that had, she had terminated. She was underage and all that. My mother hid that from everybody, and we found out from the streets. My dad, he's passed away now, but he was very disturbed about it. He just didn't even have a chance to give her any type of advice. But see, this is what happens when the father's not in the home.
What did you say happened to her?
She had to terminate baby. And through that process, only her and my mother knew about it. I found out like a year later. My dad found out like I found out. And he was very disturbed. But, and I just put that out there because the one woman that was talking about keeping the secrets and, from the father and stuff, see, that's a big secret. But the little stuff leads to stuff like that. But I hope you don't ever look at your daughter. If y'all got a relationship with the father, he know his daughter. If you do a decision like that, you got to talk to the father, period.
The sad thing about that is what she, and I'm glad she pointed that out, because it's true. When women do that, now this is a female. Keep in mind, that's a female that attracted an alpha male. So don't best believe on the other end of that. Me and my daughter, we have our own private relationship too now. So the only person that's really benefiting and being slick out the whole situation is the child. And that's where that generational curse is placed, because now you have a spoiled child that's using mom and dad. And now she learns how to go on in life using people. And I mean, and that's inadvertently. And remember, these are from good parents. These are from red pill, cool parents that know what's going on. That's how real the curse is. That's how deep rooted and systematic the curse is. Like even in the good ones, it can be perpetuated.
That's
So,
right.
and I say that to say, don't feel crazy. Don't feel like it's you. Just keep doing what you got to do to become the best version of yourself, guys. Don't put no woman first. You know what I mean? And you might have to, on your way in life, you might have to explain to the woman that you really like why you can't put her first. When you're able to do that, you a bad man.
Facts. And ladies,
Todd, say something. Todd, let me hear you, Todd. No, come on. What you got to say about what Ms. Goodbread said, that inadvertent shit? Because that shit real.
I mean, I got 3. So being the first of 5, I feel like I was my mother's experimental child. Because everything she felt like she did wrong with me, she didn't do with the other 4. And so forth and so on. But by the time you get to the bottom of us, which is my baby sister, I feel like she is the most spoiled, but she is also the softest out of the 5 of us, because she didn't go through some of the things that my mother thought she was saving her from, trying to get around that generational curse.
Right.
So me being a mom now, I think I went too hard trying to get away from the generational curse.
That's how I feel, Ty. Don't feel bad. That's me. I'm going hard. Yo, it's to the point where Ty,
in the
hold on, not to
process,
cut you off, Ty. It's to the point where I want a party now, right? And I don't know where to start. I think I scared away everybody.
In the process of me going so hard to get away from the generational curse, and I feel lies was a part of it. Everyone lying to their kids and lying to each other and lying to themselves. So lying, honesty is a big deal in my house. Like, that's one thing I have always told my kids. Technically, I don't really give a fuck what you say to me. Is how you say it. You better say it respectfully, and it better be the truth. You can always tell me the truth. I don't give a fuck what you did. I am the one person in the world that you never have to worry about telling it to. Tell me any and everything.
Absolutely.
And that is one thing I love about my mom, because she never censored me. She never limited what I said to her. We have the most open and honest relationship I believe a mother and daughter can have. I didn't have to lie to my mother, because her thing to me was, you better tell me the truth the first time, because if I find out you lied to me, you getting in trouble for the shit you did, and you getting in trouble for the fact that you lied to me. So,
so that doesn't make you a hell of a mother. That doesn't make you a hell of a mother.
Oh, no, I never think I'm a hell of a mother.
If you don't tell me the truth, how the fuck am I supposed to have your back? If you don't tell me the 110% truth, I'm never gonna judge you.
I don't give a fuck if you murdered that nigga. Tell me why you murdered that nigga, and if it's a valid reason, we gonna figure this shit the fuck out. But mama gonna
so
have
we
you
can
till
figure
the
this
end.
shit out together.
Dead ass.
She's on what I'm on. She is on what
that's how I feel.
On.
And I honestly feel that's the reason that me and my kids have the relationship that we have, because
I feel like that.
My kids tell me everything. As fucked up as it could be the most stupid. Like,
mine too.
I know that my 16-year-old started smoking weed.
Listen, yep, I know my 14-year-old.
And I'm like, dude, proven also the matriarchal family. I've just come to realize, sitting here listening to all this conversation, that that's probably the one thing, not the one thing that makes me, because there's a lot of females or people like me that's different like that. But that's one of the things that makes me different, is that I don't come from a matriarchal family. When I was born, my great-grandfather was still alive, and he was head of the household. Him and his wife were the oldest in my family. And when he died, he passed it on to his younger brother's wife and son. His wife was only to take over his financial, but everything else fell on his son and his brothers. Everything. And majority of the people in my family are still married. When my cousins came to my wedding, they were married for 10 years and 12 years. And now that I'm married for 12 years, they married for fucking 18 and 20 something. And their parents are still together. So I don't come from that shit. So I guess that's why I do live in a little bit more reality than other people.
No, it's hard. It's very hard to go through that without going through ups and downs. Yeah. Period. But I wanted to ask y'all women this in general, I said what I said, that me and my dad been talking, and he told me that. As a man that got 2 kids, if my daughter was 16 years old and got an abortion and the mother never told me and they just kept it a secret, and is that like legit? Is that something that's being done for your daughter, or is that wrong or not? Should I feel salty about that and don't want my daughter to do that to me? Like, what do you think about that?
I can only speak from experience. And when my mother found out I lost my virginity, she told my father, and we all had the discussion together. So yeah, there was no secrets being kept from fathers in my house. When I peed on the goddamn stick after my prom when I was 18 years old and it came back pregnant. When my dad came home from work, my mother politely handed my father the stick and he said, I know this not yours. And she politely said, talk to your daughter. So yeah, no. So yeah, if I was you, I'd feel salty because I don't think that's a secret. If you a multi-parent doing it together household, then that's a big deal. That should have been a discussion that parents had together. We had the sex talk with all of our teenagers in the room at the same time. Stepmother, stepfather, father, mother, daughters, sons, stepchildren, mothers. And we do shit like that as a joint unit. So no, I don't like I said, I don't come from fathers not knowing what I felt what T.I. did was a little overbearing, but I don't feel it was completely out of pocket. No, my father didn't go to my GYN appointments with me, but he definitely made sure that my mother made sure that I kept them. So yeah, I don't know. I don't come from.
Yeah, that man is an industry plant. He told on so many people they hid it in Cincinnati. Because I'm in Michigan. I know detail of what happened in Cincinnati with him.
I'm just talking about what happened with his daughter.
He's not a role model. Look, I know he's not a role model. This guy's on his last leg, and he's trying to do comedy now. With him and his family, it's a disgrace to Black America, and him and his wife having all that stuff, it's a disgrace.
Yeah, that's definitely the disgrace right there.
That's that guy right there. But yeah, we got to have relationships. What happened with my father, my mother and my father got divorced. And I was still in high school when this happened. And my sister was a freshman. And he didn't have control of the household to where he can know what's going on day-to-day basis. It was all about whatever she said, whatever she said, whatever my mother said. And my mother is a BMT. She made sure she taxed my dad as a child support and everything. My dad had 6 kids with my mother, 9 in all. And he made good money. He worked at GM for almost 40 years. I mean, he passed away, but if he only had 1 or 2 kids, we'd be rich right now. But only thing I said that because I want women to know that, like what you said about the little, hey, I didn't want to tell my brother this and tell my brother that. You know, I don't care. Like my wife would tell me, well, get her something because you got her something. No, I got her something because she's about to play tennis.
Right.
Buy something for her because she's going to look and say, oh, she should understand that, hey, if you want something, okay, I'm going to go play tennis and then I'll get some too. But you're young. It's not your time right now. You like basketball, you like running and stuff, but it's not your time right now. But your sister here, she's in that stage. I got to make sure that she's playing sports, keep her weight down because she does a lot on her tablet and then she sits a lot too. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to get you active and you're going to build character. And at the same time, you're going to build relationships. But tennis is the start because when you fail, it's your fault. Unlike basketball and all these other team sports, everybody always point the finger at somebody else.
Great point.
No, when you fail and you lose your tennis match, you gotta look and understand why you lost. Oh, I could have been faster. Oh, I should have did this and adjust.
So parenting is just like a team sport.
Right.
We need both teams to really.
Right. Ms. Goodbread is saying parenting is very much like a team sport. You need offense and defense, however you want to put it. You know
hey, in special teams.
Right.
You have to have both sides working together in order for the child to win at the end of the day.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Right. You have to have both sides working together in order for the child to win. Because the mother could be saying one thing and the father could be saying the other thing, and the kid know how to manipulate both sides. They know how to manipulate both sides of that shit.
Yeah.
But if you have the mother, or if the mother and father are responsible enough to communicate with each other, the kid can't play that mommy said, daddy said, he said, she said, because we on the same team for the same child. We supporting the same group. Let's work together, and we can all build this together. Even though we not together, we can still build this together. If we work together.
But a lot of the curse puts us
is
to compete.
that we can't work with each other.
And a lot of the curse puts us at odds with each other to compete with each other.
I know.
So that we don't work together and
that's where we fuck up. That's where we fail, and that's where we continue with the generational curse. Because we won't work together. We won't break the past curse to come together, and let's work together. Okay, me and you didn't work out as a couple, but let's work out together as a mother and a father to raise our kid.
Right.
Is either one side is with it and one side is not, or whatever the case is. We both have to be on the same page to be what's best for that kid. If you're not on the same page, the kid is fucked up. Period.
Right.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
If we want to talk about in the best interest of the child, because at the end of the day, we didn't mention no money. We said the best interest of the child is mom and dad.
That's it.
That's all you need.
If not, then that kid will work the mother against the father and the father against the mother
and pick up bad habits.
And the outcome is, listen, I'm gonna shut up on the outcome. I'm dealing with the outcome. What a room boy.
From Harlem, New York. Put your cigarettes out and pull your panties out. Put your hands together. Mr. Good.